Peace, y'all. It's your homegirl, your soul sister, the queen of the ghetto gospel, Johnny Dimitri. Y'all know we here at Urban Grind Radio, Urban Grind TV, where every Wednesday is pretty much a Friday. As usual, we got a great special guest, and this guest right here is somebody that's amazing, that is a complete pioneer in the Chicago music scene, and I don't even want to botch it up right now. Mr. Funkman. I'm not even gonna waste no time. Just tell me how you doing today, first of all.
I'm doing really great for this. It's something happened to me this weekend. I went to Nashville, Tennessee for the first time, and I had the privilege to visit the Museum of African American Music. Blew my mind, changed the way I feel. I'm back in Chicago. I feel great. I feel blessed. Let's go, Chi-Town.
I know that's right. You are somebody that has really paved the way in Chicago music. And before we even get into that, y'all know I'm trying something new with my interviews. So I want to ask, how are you feeling spiritually today? How are you feeling mentally? How are you doing overall?
This is a great question, because for me, my whole journey from Africa, from Ghana to America, has been all God just putting me in places, guiding me. My spirituality is on a high level. I don't exist without it. I don't know if I'll be doing music without it, because everything is about me. God tells me this is gonna happen, and I go do it, and it happens. So my spirituality, no, it's on a whole level. It's a whole new level.
Man, that's amazing. That's the best answer that I've heard. No diss to anybody else, no knock to any of the other amazing guests that we had, but that is the most spiritually high answer that I've heard. So I'm glad that you are doing well, sir. But now that we got that out the way, of course, I want to dive right into it and basically get to know who you are in Chicago music. So I asked you a question on the sideline about drill music, and you basically schooled me, and I wanted to know, how did you have such an impact in drill music, and can you please repeat to me what you said?
Okay, I told her God doesn't let me repeat myself, but I'm gonna try. So it was just something, like I said, everything that I've done, God always puts me in that position. So I just had a phone call from a famous Chicago DJ, and introduced me to his cousin, and the name was Smiles, 069 Smiles. And talking to Smiles, he wanted to get off the street, he wanted to do music. And I said, Smiles, look, I want to mentor some young guys as producers, as the next Chicago rappers and things. And Smiles says, oh, you want to help me? I said, come on. He came into my house, brought Young Chap. And you all know Young Chap on the beats. Mm-hmm. And he brought Young Chap, and then he brought their team, all the guys that were with them. So I'm like, wow. We sat down, we talked, this is what we're going to do. Like I said, it wasn't about drill music, okay? It was me, God put me in a position to help some young brothers get off the street and follow their passion, which is music. And that's how it started. So I decided to train them as much as God has allowed me to be trained in the industry. Make them powerful enough and I knew once I made them powerful like me, they would change the world. I knew it, because God put in my heart that something big was going to happen in Chicago. So yeah, I put them under my wings, and it started with developing them, training them how to use Fruity Loops to make beats and MPC to make beats. So that's where the passion was. Teach them how to make beats like a professional. Mm-hmm. So Young Chap, all of them, I trained them, and then came Perez-Bula was with Young Chap, and I was able to separate the two and make them into individual identities. So Perez-Bula, and you guys knew Perez-Bula was the one who was producing Little Deck and Little Race at the time, and then I brought the young guy from St. Louis called Chap Squad DJ, and Chap Squad DJ is the one doing Kim Van, and now doing Little Deck, and Chap Squad DJ is one of the powerful producers right now in Orlando. So all these guys were under me. So by training them and everything, and then once they did I don't like, and it went viral, all hands were on deck. Everything was coming from different angles. And the street got more powerful than me, and I grew up in Chicago, so I knew what the street can do for you and what it cannot do for you. So once I told them, if you mix music with the streets, you're gonna lose your friends, you might lose yourself, you end up in jail, or you might just run out of Chicago. There's no other question about it. I told them, and for them, the streets was winning, so I pulled myself out of it. You know, I stayed back. And you all guys remember all the record companies was coming to Chicago. 2012. This was 2012. And MTV came to Chicago and they called me, said, we heard you were the, pioneer of drill. I said, no, don't use drill to me. It wasn't about drill. It was just trying to put Chicago in the position to become the hottest entertainment city in the world. That was all I had in my mind. And I had some young boys to do it. So MTV was like, we got to do interview on you. We're going to Adrenaline to do a whole, Chicago is blowing up. I didn't see Chicago blowing up. I saw disaster blowing up, okay? Because I had God in me. I saw the vision, So this is where happened in the beginning. It was all about just trying to make some young guys into some powerful musicians, rappers, and producers. That was the whole deal. Then it went to the streets and they called it drill. That's how they called it. They did good with it. Some of them did well. It was powerful. It put Chicago on the map. But in a passive way, I just thank them for giving me the opportunity to work with them and to see how God can make things happen. Not me. Yeah. Because most of them were from Inglewood, right? Come on, Inglewood was stuck down by everybody. By 2012, Inglewood almost put Chicago on the map. Nobody has ever done it. So for me, it's like, don't down people. No, don't give everybody a chance. And God will let them rise. So that's what I learned from it. So yeah, I feel good about what happened. I'm proud of the boys, though. They did something good with their lives. Some of them did.
Yeah, that's amazing. And just from your expertise, obviously you are a great man, a man of many great words. I just want to know, basically it sounds like you're saying when it was about music, it was thriving. And what brought it to kind of have such a negative connotation following it is the drill music, is making it about the streets, is making it so hardcore and violent and things like that. So would your advice to the people that are still making the type of music today really just would be to get back to the music, right, and just leave the streets kind of out of it and make it happy again?
I'm gonna cut you off. You guys have to listen to me, okay? There's no human being born in this world that did not come from a street. Everybody got a street and an address. Everybody was born with a street and an address. So don't tell me you're from the streets. We're all from the streets. What kind of street are you from? I came from Ghana. When I drove through Michigan Avenue, I saw skyscrapers. Then it started getting smaller. I'm asking people, why is the buildings getting smaller? We're going to the south side. And I end up on the south side, a different street address. But fortunately for me, I went to boarding school all my life. My parents were okay, very wealthy. I had life. So when I came here, I had to challenge myself. No, we can do better. So for me, I came from an Africa street address. I still got a street address. I've moved so many times, okay? Everybody got a street. So if you tell me you want to go to the street, what type of street are you going to? I'd rather choose CS Tower Street than any street in the west side or the south side, because then I can think business, right? I can think I need to take my music and make it into a business so my children will eat, my parents will eat, my next generation will eat. It's business. So you can't tell me going to, everybody came from the street. What type of street? Street to do bad things and go end up in jail. I never went to jail before, okay? And I was dumped on the south side, but I never went to jail before because for God's reason, God has guided me and I followed the guideline. So yeah, what you ask is true. I just want to advise people, don't say, man, I'm a street guy, be proud of. If you're a street guy, some street guys go to be doctors, accountants, lawyers, and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Think big, think proper, move the right path. Let's change the world.
The phrase for today, ladies and gentlemen, is let's change the world. Thank you so much for all of your great, great words. Like I said, this is a short interview, just TV. We definitely are going to get deeper in your business for radio. But look, before we get out of here, tell these people everything that you got coming up and everywhere and every place that they can find you on all social media and music platforms.
Okay, for sure. From drill music, it's a new day today. This is 2024, Chicago. We call it Shy for Real music. Now we've gone back to the real Chicago music. So I call it Shy for Real. Like number 4, real music. So everybody who does real Chicago music, you want to change the world, hit me up. Ben Funkman. I think 90% of all musicians in Chicago, everybody who does hip hop got my number. So ask somebody. But you can Google me, you find me everywhere. Let's change the world. Let's put Chicago, our great city, on the map as the hottest entertainment city. That's my dream. That's my passion. And I got new stuff coming. Shout for real. We got this. I'm going to answer this later, but I'm going to tell you guys. I got new developed artists. You know, I develop artists. I change sound. I take sound and develop and shape. The new artists who are coming under my development, our company called Unity Entertainment. We are united. We love each other. We do things. So we design. We like to compete on the marketplace with Chicago music. So shout for real music. I got artists like Young Fly Money. Basically, I took, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I decided to take Juice WRLD sound and own it for Chicago. So I'm developing the Juice WRLD music for Chicago before somebody steal our house music or no. We have taken that direction that we're gonna come up with as many artists with that type of flavor, you know, and own that industry, make it a Chicago for real sound. And then I got another new artist coming out. His name is Next Up Nate. Next Up Nate, also from the South Side. And I got a girl, rapper, MC, dope, Keisha Capri. You know, so I have artists coming up. And, you know, I met this young man over here who's going to be really dope, man. I told him what I'm going to do with him. So go to social media, Google Ben Funkman, and I pop up. You can know everything that we're doing, and the future is bright. Chicago, stay up, man. Stay focused. Stop the violence. It does not pay.
Please
let's love.
stop the
let's
violence.
unite. Let's build an industry so we all can eat. So everybody can make it in this city, okay? Peace and love.
Peace and love. Y'all already know it's your home girl, your soul sister, the queen of the ghetto gospel, Johnny Dimitri. It's Urban Grind TV, Urban Grind Radio. It's Wednesday. We out. Peace.
Ben Funkman, Unity ENT Chicago. I'm here watching Urban Grind TV for life, man. Support it, share. Let's go. Urban Grind TV.